So in this tutorial, we are going to create this model from this to that. You can see that I've made up my model. There is application of lipstick. I don't know what is this called, eyelash and nose shrink. So without talking much, let's get started. So this is my model, and from the start, I'll first go for the painting over the top eyelid here. So I'll select my pen tool and make sure it's on shape. Then I go to fill. I'll click here. Then I select a pinkish color because I want it to be pink. And let me increase it a bit like that. I'll click OK. Then I make sure that I zoom in by holding Alt and my mouse scroll. Then I draw my shape. So this is my first shape. I'll draw my second shape over here. And I'll click on move to. You can see that there is an outline added to my shape. I want to remove that, so I'll click on my shape, my first shape, and go to my pen tool and come over here to my stroke. Then go to no color to remove my stroke. I'll do same for the second shape over here. I'll click on that, go to my pen tool, no color. So I'll select my first shape. Now change my blending mode to multiply. Then I'll go to properties. If this appears saying max, you have to go to this part to change it to layer max so that you can feather it. But when you click on properties and this appear, then you go to feather, then you feather your shape. So let me select my main layer. You have to select this main layer, not the layer max added to that. So I've selected, then I feather my, so I think I should go for 35 pixels. That'll be okay. It looks good in my eyes. Then I'll select my second shape, change the blending mode to multiply. Again, go to properties, select over here, make sure that I've selected the main layer. Then I increase my feather to 35 like that. Let me zoom out. It's looking better. Let me turn the eye off. It's starting looking better. Okay, so we've moved to the lipstick. Same as the steps we took before. Click on my pen tool, draw the shape of the mouth like that. Click over here. Let me click again pen tool to check. There's no color or stroke. So change the blending mode. Click on it and change the blending mode to multiply like that. You can see that this one has a sharp edge. For lipstick, I think I don't know how to make up a person. It's just my point of perspective and how I see makeup that is But if you are good in making up people, you can do a perfect job. So I think lipstick have sharp edges, but I think I should um feather it small. Let's see. Let me click on my layer. Feather it small. Think yeah, something like this looks okay to my eyes. 5. Let me use 5 pixels. Think this look good in my eyes. Yeah. So now my next thing I'll do is I'll add blushes, some pinkish thing on the cheek. So I don't know what's the essence of that, but I'll add it. So I'll select my brush. So I'll right click my brush and I'll select my brush too over here. Make sure that I increase my size of brush. Let me look at it. It's too big. I think this looks okay. So I'll squash my perfect circle brush shape over here. So I'll click on this circle thing over here and make it some changes. Still have to increase the brush size a bit like that. Okay, so I'll select a pinkish color again and make sure that this to okay. So I'll decrease the flow to, let me go for 10 and give it a try and see how it will look. Let me change the blending mode to multiply first. Let's see. One thing, my brush has a sharp edge. The reason why it has a sharp edge is my hardness is at 100%. So I'll turn it to 0 so that it will blend in with the skin and have a soft edges. So I'll add my brush over here. 1, 2. Then I'll change the blending mode to multiply. You can add more, as you can see. I'll add another layer and I'll go to the left cheek and add 1, 2, 3 and change the blending mode to multiply. I think it's has started looking good in my eyes. I don't know how to make up. As I said, the beginning to my eyes, it looks good. So my next thing is I'm going to add an eyelash to it. You can download an eyelash PNG on Pixabay or FreePic or any other website that you can get to get. So I'll bring in my eyelash over here. I'll zoom out. So as you can see my eyelash, I'll make it smaller and I'll place it well. Um, yeah, I think it's now placed well. I'll duplicate it by pressing Ctrl J. Then I'll move this to the other side. Yeah, let me zoom out and see. Um, yeah, I think it's looking good. I don't know, but I think this is okay. If you look at it from afar, the makeup looks astonished. So my next thing is I'll add my nose ring to it. So I'll go to file, place embed, and look for my nose ring. Here's it. Okay. So my nose ring, I'll remove the background of my nose ring. Since it's white, I'll go to right click, I'll go to rasterize layer, click on properties, select subject. As you can see, it has done a poor job. So I'll deselect, deselect that. Then I'll go to now. I think I should use the pen tool to remove it, to avoid distractions and other stuff. So I'll use my pen tool to do that job. Quite a long process, but I have to do it. We have a problem here since we haven't changed pen to part. It will create a shape. So let's delete the shape and start over again and use our part. So I finally cut out my nose ring and it looks flat. So I have to make it look a bit shiny. After touching my curves over here, selecting curves from my adjustment, it's affecting all over the image. So I want to affect only the nose ring. So I'll clip it so that it affects only the nose ring. As you as you can see now. I can see the difference. So I press Ctrl T. I'll select the nose ring and press Ctrl T and rotate it like this. Make sure it's small. So now I'll add layer mask to my nose ring and select my brush and make sure that my foreground color is black. If it's not black, you can select your black. And I'll straighten make sure my hardness is 100%. I want a sharp edge brush. Then I'll zoom in and using my black, the flow is very low. That is the reason why when I clicked you didn't see any change. So I'll make my flow 100 and I'll click, click, click. As you can see, I have to adjust it. When you switch to white, it's add what you have deleted. When you switch to black, then you are clearing off. So you do back and forth to make sure that you have a clean thing that you want. So from the look of things, I think everything is set now. Let me put all my layers in group. So from the start, this is what we had, and this is what we had at the end. I think I've done a good job in making up my subject, but a good makeup artist would do better job than me. Goodbye for tonight.